Your wish is my command. Can you see how bright it is? Because you wished for snow, and we have snow. And that's why my face looks so shiny, because there's snow underneath me. And the light is reflected off of it. So, see, when I'm walking on the pavement, it's not so bright because it's dark underneath me and because I'm looking down. So interesting how the light works. And it's so interesting when people are saying, oh, there's no snow around. You know, I wish there was winter. And then the winter comes and it's like, oh, I wish there was summer. And then when you're young, you're thinking, oh, I wish I was older, you know, so I could like buy my own alcohol and do whatever I want because my parents don't need to tell me. And then we get older and then we don't have any parents, or it's like, oh, I wish I was younger so I would make different decisions and, you know, I would still have my relatives, my parents with me, and I miss my parents, and I, you know, and when we're with other people, we're like, oh, I wish I was alone. And then when we're alone, we wish that we were with other people, or at least that's me. So I guess the best practice is to be present, to be grateful. Presence brings presence. So, you know, when you're present, you're gifted with a lot of presence, not just physical presence, but, you know, more like calmness. So when you become calm, when you become present, when wherever you are, whether it's gym, whether it's walking outside in the snow, whether it's when it's cold, whether it's when it's, you know, dark and gloomy, whichever weather, whatever weather it is, you know, whether there's people around you walking next to you trying to distract you from you doing your, you know, morning routines, morning videos, whether it's crows battling for some food around you, whatever. You know, there's a lot of distractions these days, but I've noticed the more I work on myself, and there you can see some crows over there. The more I work on myself, the more I become present to everything that is happening around me. So it's like, you know, before somebody would just distract me and I would like get angry and stuff and then like be bummed for the rest of the day. And now whenever I get distracted, if I feel triggered, I just say it, you know, I go like, you know, this made me feel like this and this and this, and I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying how it's making me feel. And it's so much quicker. I don't know if it's the physical exercise that changes how I feel, because it's not like I can, well, maybe I can lift a little bit more in weights, and maybe I can lift a bit more mentally, you know, not just physically. So I guess it's all reflected, you know. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and she's quite strict with herself, you know, and she's telling me how her friends around her are really strict with her and how she doesn't like it, you know. But then she's like that with herself, and I said to her, you know, it's probably your inside is reflecting on your outside. So perhaps, you know, she doesn't even like when she is, you know, rushing herself to do things, but or you know, like being this sort of general, you know, like captain, or, you know, like an army man, just like, you gotta do it like this, you know, you gotta, you know, right here, right now, you gotta do it like this and like this, and, you know, quick, you know. But she doesn't realize that she's annoying herself in a sense, but she's not realizing it yet. And probably now I'm thinking about it. What this is telling me is actually nothing probably about her, but me saying this to myself, because I probably am just as much of a army, I don't know, general or whatever to myself. That's why I was talking to her yesterday, and she was a reflection of me. So I think what I'm getting is more reflections of myself from around me, but I really don't feel like I'm very positive most of the time. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm really, especially if I'm not exercising now, I realize those days that I'm waiting to exercise, I'm like, oh, maybe I should go to the gym every single day, so I would feel better every single day. But then it's sort of like pushing yourself and not knowing how to relax. Like, okay, so I had recently, I really want to make some music, I really want to make some art, and I just come back home and I just sit down and watch TV series, and perhaps it's necessary, perhaps I need that rest, but I feel how I'm frustrating myself, because then I'm like separating the time from rest time to work time, and actually rest time becomes work time because it's hard to relax, so I'm thinking it's better for me to create something, to do some work, because I'm resting in it. I'm present. I'm really present when I'm, let's say, making some music, but I feel sometimes when I'm drifting off, into this thought land of like when I'm making, I'm like, oh, is this shit? Is this like, this is probably nothing good. And it's like, I'm already not present. I'm already not creating. And once I sit down, once I start to do something, once I start to edit things, once I, change things up a little bit, when I'm flowing in that creative mode, I'm creating and I'm not really getting tired. I'm just sparking that dynamo. I'm just feeding off of it, feeding off of my own creations. And that rest time, sometimes I'm like, it's just wasted time, and it feels like it should be used in a better way, So that's it. I think the message for today is that. And I'm super grateful to all of you. This is another thing that I've noticed, sometimes these videos, I don't know if it's because of the name, or what I put, but sometimes maybe the time when I put them out, they get a lot of views. Some of them get a lot of views. To me, 800 views is a lot. 800 people seeing my video is a lot. And then I get this boost of subscribers, and then it goes down because it's just few of these videos that get seen a lot. But the true, I don't know, I think the true followers that, are the ones that, I mentioned before. It's like, who you are. You always like my videos, even if they have not a lot of views. And sometimes when you get like 1 or 2 more subscribers, it means more than when you get 10 or 20. Because when you get 10 or 20 from a video, you're like, oh, you think this is gonna be like that forever. And when it doesn't happen like that forever, you kind of get bummed out. But when you get like put out a video and it doesn't get a lot of views, but you get 2 subscribers still, I'm like, yes, but I still got 2 subscribers, and I'm glad for those 2 almost more than for those 20. So I don't know the algorithm of YouTube. I don't know the algorithm of myself. So, I have a feeling what should work, but it's the same like creativity. It's like, it doesn't, you just got to do it. It's like, that's the funniest thing. It's like, you just got to do it. You can't stop and ponder and be like, oh, I'm doing it because of this and this. And it's like, you don't even know why you're creating, really. Like, you don't even know what's the reason that you're making this stuff. You just have this urge to do it, and sometimes you have the urge to rest, and sometimes you have the urge to eat, sometimes, and it's like that, and it's spinning and spinning and spinning, and it's almost better to just not rest, because you rest when you sleep. Like I watched some series yesterday, but I did get more sleep, and I think it's better that I got more sleep than less sleep. So I think it's all good. So I love you all. I'm super grateful to you. That's what I wanted to say about the videos. I'm super grateful to all of you who are watching me. I appreciate you all, and I hope that you get that positive vibe, you get creative, you get, you push yourself this week towards a better tomorrow and towards better creations. And I think that's the part of the chosen ones. That's the job of the chosen ones. It's like to create something from nothing, alchemize, to create stuff from, all the negativity that you get, all the good stuff that you get. But sometimes even the negative stuff is more inspiring than the good stuff. And I hope that you put out something, I know that you will. And I hope that you put out and you master your own self, so then you can create something that's really, that you're glad about yourself, and slow that thought process down. It's what I need to do as well. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, peace to you, and love to you, love to the whole world, peace to the whole world, and take care of yourselves and your close and dear ones. Okay, bye from me and this tree and the snow. Take care.